It's been 12 years since Yacht Club Games introduced the world to what would become one of the greatest platformers of the 2010s, and quite possibly of all time. Shovel Knight. A title that could stand with the likes of Mega Man and Mario in terms of excellent controls and inventively unique gameplay. So, in 2022, when the studio kickstarted their next 8-bit project that didn't have Shovel Knight in the title, fans were more than eager to see more. Mina the Hollower is a bird's-eye view action-adventure game where the player controls the titular character Mina, who sets out to save the island of Tenebro. While sailing to the island, Mina's transport is attacked by a giant sea creature. Making it to shore, she traverses to the capital city of Osix on foot, where she's soon confronted with the reality of the situation. A renegade named Thorn is set on destroying the spark generators, whose light has been maintaining the island's peace. After confronting Thorn, Mina rendezvous with her old friend Baron Lionel, and he urges Mina to repair the generators around the island so the monsters set loose are kept at bay. Outside of the guarded capital city, an assortment of dangerous denizens patrol. Among these inhabitants are turncoat city guards with quick zoning sword strikes, gelatinous blobs that cover disturbing distances in a single leap, and hovering bats that swoop down and attack you mid-jump, dooming you to a pitfall. There are so many different types of enemies to encounter in Tenebro, and they all have differing attack styles to grow accustomed to. Luckily, Mina comes equipped with two important methods of evasion, her ability to jump and burrow. Being a hollower, Mina can burrow through the ground for a short duration to dodge a multitude of attacks. Burrowing is also an effective method of traversal since you move quicker in this state and leap further than your standard jump while exiting the dig animation. This skill will help you reach key areas in Tenebro that are otherwise inaccessible. Some attacks can be jumped over but not burrowed under. The same goes for certain terrain. Identifying which skill is used to dodge what is half the fun and half the frustration. The game will not hold your hand entirely, but it does provide endearing elements that might alleviate some agitations. For example, if you're unsure whether something is a pitfall or if it's an entrance to something, try standing right next to it. Mina will display a nervous animation if it's a pitfall. Dodging deadly monsters without a weapon to capitalize would be a little unfair. At the start of the game, you have a choice between either twin daggers, a mace, or a giant hammer. The marketing material mostly shows Mina equipped with the mace whip, but I couldn't deny the hammer myself. It has a charge attack that simply decimates enemies. Sidearms can also be added to your arsenal, although these are consumables that require plasma to recharge allotment. It's with these sidearms that Mina the Hollower channels the spirit of Castlevania combat most. You can equip a throwing axe that arcs over obstacles and lands with area of effect damage. Throwing knives function like a boomerang. There's even a green charge attack that will refill your health gauge if contact is made with the enemy. This only scratches the surface of the wide variety of sidearms to discover. Not to mention, Mina can equip trinkets to customize the gameplay experience, and while there are many appealing trinkets to collect, only a finite amount of slots are available to fill. Swapping through trinkets keeps the combat and traversal fresh and exciting. For example, I found a trinket early on that revived me with a second life upon dying, which was extremely helpful since when you die you're transported back to your last checkpoint, losing all the bone currency that you've collected henceforth, which is retrievable if you make it back again without dying. And dying is tough to avoid in Tenebro. Restorative health vials assist in your survival, but they come with an interesting catch. Vials will only heal the yellow portion of your HP gauge. This portion increases the more you inflict damage and decreases the more you receive damage. This means that even if you have vials to use in your inventory, if you've recently taken excessive damage, you either recover very little HP from said vial, or will be unable to use the vial at all. The best point of comparison I can make is a variant form of Bloodborne's rally system, but in Mina's case, health recovery is only possible if a yellow portion is present in the HP bar. This type of system discourages a reckless hack-and-slash playstyle and encourages the player to use intelligent, evasive timing. Destroying grass and other objects can yield flowers that increase the yellow portion of the HP bar, plasma containers that increase sidearm plasma, and bone currency as well. Currency can be used to level up Mina's attack and defense stats, increase vial or plasma max capacity, as well as affording rare trinkets from merchants. Branch out from the main path and you'll often be rewarded for the effort. In doing so, you'll discover an assortment of remarkable and abnormal characters along the way, such as Clumpy the Clown Jester, who will abruptly make his presence known in the most random of places. There's also the Provisioner, a shopkeeper whose lanky sprite design is far larger than any of the other NPCs in Tenebro. It's from this creepy benefactor that you can purchase some of the most useful upgrades in the game. Just when you thought you discovered your favorite acquaintance, you'll encounter yet another charismatic and creepy citizen soon after. The world of Tenebro is vibrant, and the chiptune music provided by Jake Kaufman accentuates just how lively the tone of the game is. This musical style can feel repetitive or soulless left in the wrong hands, but Kaufman has crafted a score that enhances world traversal and enemy encounters tenfold. There would be times where I'd put down the controller for a minute and just vibe to the music in the background. It's electrifyingly thrilling, and it keeps me wanting to play more. And perish more. I'd say this game is pretty difficult. The main hurdle is getting used to the burrow mechanic. From the outside perspective, Mina looks like it plays exactly like Link's Awakening on Game Boy, but aside from the visual aesthetics, the similarities end majorly there. Mina the Hollower contains fast-paced action, where you'll constantly be burrowing and jumping between each screen trying to dodge attacks and jump over pitfalls or other hazards. Toggling between slower surface speed and quick digging velocity is exciting and feels very rewarding when succeeding at the art, but it takes a while. Holding down the jump button to burrow at the end of a jump still feels kind of awkward after hours of playtime. Something about it felt so new to my brain that I'd often miss simple jump timings because of it. And due to the nature of how health vials work in this game, the barrier of entry is a bit more brutal. This may dissuade some people from playing the game at first, but Yacht Club has gone ahead and added game modifiers that can be enabled at any time during your playthrough. This includes an assisted mode to make the game less brutal, and even a modifier that assigns a different button to burrow after a jump. These and other modifiers can be turned on, providing various accessibility options and reducing the barrier of entry for potential players. It's been 4 long years since Mina the Hollower hopped into our heads with the promise of an enchanting world filled with dangerous wonders. Yacht Club Games wanted to provide their fans with a game worthy of their direct investment, and just like with the acclaimed Shovel Knight, they have cemented their dependability to deliver an outstanding and striking gaming experience. As treacherous and challenging as Mina the Hollower can be at times, it always feels meaningful and never truly mean. With an average playtime of around 25 hours, the island of Tenebro has more to offer than one could ever dream. And I'd be remiss not to say that for $20 US, it feels like I'm getting away with thievery. Which is a skill that the marvelous Mina herself taught me. .5 out of 10. Thank you for listening to this review. It is the first actual game review that I've posted on this channel. Hopefully not the last. I'd like to thank Yacht Club Games very much for sending me a review code, and I'd like to thank Moonrabbit TV for editing this script. She is the best. I'd also like to thank everybody that's followed me till now, and I'd also like to thank everybody that's watched all my past videos or live streams. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe, and comment for the algorithm, and I'll love you forever. I appreciate it. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.